I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
All right, welcome to Twice the Mic. I'm Andy.
And I'm Matt.
And we're going to start another show. Glad to have y'all here with us today.
Yep.
Evening, morning, whatever it is for you.
Evening for us.
Evening for us. That is correct.
Yep.
We have a lot going on in our lives, and we try to do this show when we can. And we're dealing with family and heat and softball and everything else. It is something. It's something.
Yep. And I would, on Andy and my behalf, I'd like to apologize. I mean, we haven't put a show out a couple weeks on YouTube. We have been having some technical difficulties with just we talk about it. We're just two blue collar guys. You know, we're not big tech savvy dudes, so we're still trying to figure all this out. We'd change something on this show, and we think that it's for the better, and it may be for the better. We have to figure it out. And
Yes.
So the last couple of weeks, we've had videos, we've recorded videos, but there was some kind of issue, whether it was video issue or audio issues. We've just had those issues, so we haven't been able to. We didn't want to put as I would say, half-ass video out.
Yeah.
We didn't want to put that out there for y'all, so we held on to it. We have been doing the TikTok lives every show, and I think those have been pretty successful as far as, just sharing our show that away, but it's not recorded. It's just there for live, and then once it's done, it's done. But
There you go.
But yeah, it's we're in the South, so it's been hot. I know Andy mentioned that it's been hot, and we're surviving.
Yep. We're making it happen, Cat.
Yep.
Us and the gnats and everything else.
Yeah, unfortunately. So we have last weekend wrapped up a 3-weekend run for us, 2-day tournaments. We did 3 2-day tournaments in a row, and we ended in we were in Dothan last weekend. And you mentioned Nats, and
Yes.
you're from down there.
I'm from down
You
there.
grew up down there, and we have talked about the Nats in the past.
Yes, every orifice.
Yeah. Well, not this weekend, but last weekend we were down there for 2 days solid, and I've talked about it before, I think, but I work down there like once a week, but it's a lot of moving going on. I'm not just in one place all the time, but last weekend we there was a lot of sitting and waiting for games and whatever, and the Nats were horrible. Just so happened we came with bug spray. But I mean, I don't know. Some people the bug spray, like people don't like the smell of it. It irritates them, irritates their skin, whatever. But you were also telling me that down there they sell like a certain spray called it's No Nats.
No Nats
is what it's
yeah.
called. And I remembered that about 3/4 of the way through Saturday. By that time, we're already at the ball field. So
Yeah.
Sunday morning on the way back to the ball field, we found some No Nats, and what I noticed, it's all natural chemicals that are used in there. It's not.
Well, did it help though?
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's something, because it's all natural. Like you spray that stuff on your hand, and you can rub it all over your face and your ears. I mean, it has like a lemongrass oil in it.
Okay.
So it had like this citrusy type flavor. So if you can't handle the citrus part of it, then I wouldn't recommend it, putting it near your nose. But
Yeah.
it did that was my biggest thing, was the gnats being on my arms or on my legs. That didn't bother me.
Yeah.
But them flying around my eyes and then buzzing around my ears.
Yeah.
That drove me crazy.
That got you.
Yeah.
That got you.
So I just kept that stuff on. I'd reapply every so often, and it worked good. So
Well, that stuff, it ain't been, I guess, I never used it. I always just took a rag when I was working outside out there and just kind of, you got to do that every now and then, you know. Just
well,
try to,
I think that's a local thing to Dothan because
guess.
I noticed a lot of people doing that, and I bet you they're from down there.
Yeah.
And instead of having to
Yeah.
smell bug spray or whatever all day,
that's
they
it,
just
bro. You
flipping the rag
you
and
flip it.
yeah. No, that helps
Gosh.
too. Or take your hat and kind of fan
Yeah.
your face, but yeah, no, it wasn't the. I mean, we
There
kind
you
of
go,
got
Dexter.
used to it. Yeah.
Dexter's on patrol
Hey,
again.
Dexter.
Dexter's on patrol again.
Come
He
see
done
us.
see
Yeah,
somebody.
he's in the window.
He is.
But yeah, no. So we last weekend we wrapped up that was a long run. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wide open. So.
Yeah. It's something else.
Yeah.
You notice these lights are on red because we're in red alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're red alert for Iran. Had the attacks on Iran and the nuclear facilities. Thank you, Trump, for that. And
Yeah, I agree.
protecting the Middle East.
I'll tell you. Let me tell you my thought on that.
Oh yes, sir. Go ahead.
So you have a country in Iran
Mm-hmm.
that, I mean, for past 30, 40, 50 years, whatever it is, has openly shouted and made it known that they death to America.
Yeah.
So, why would you want a country that shouts death to America openly? Why would you want that country to have access to nuclear warheads?
Yeah. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, man. That's just crazy. I mean, it's just, I guess it's kind of like, North Korea keeps threatening Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is over there. He just keeps threatening, but these people, man, they're crazy. They're serious. I think if they would have made it 100%, they would have done something. They would have tried something.
Well, they're what they consider a terror state.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they have been behind most all of the terrorist attacks, a lot of them. The amount of harm that they've caused Americans.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want people like that having access to weapons of mass destruction.
No.
So,
And right now, they got Israel might be attacked right now. I mean, they got sirens sounding across Tel Aviv, and it's about to be on for them again. So
yeah,
I mean, that's a scary situation, ain't it? And having dinner or something and having to go to a bunker. Just everyday life, just running to a bunker. All right, here we go.
yeah.
That's just crazy.
And unfortunately for them, Israel and other countries over there, I mean, they have they've been dealing with this stuff for quite some time. The only thing that's saving us from this type of stuff is we have a big ocean that separates us. I mean, they talk about these terror cells within the country only because we had open borders for 4 solid years, and we have no idea
What's in here?
who came through.
Yeah.
We don't know.
But
So-
trust me, we got a badass military, and they're gonna get busy. I guarantee it, man.
Oh,
Guaranteed
100%.
Something pop off, it's gonna be on. With the president we got and the military we got now, I'm feeling good about it. Feeling good about it. So,
I don't know. I just think I don't know. I think that a lot of people are saying, that FO type, the F around and find out.
yeah.
I'm not all about that. I'm more like, I don't think there needs to be a lot of talking stuff, back and forth. One time you say, hey, this is how it's got to be, or this is going to happen, and that be it. But
Mhm.
because there are innocent civilians over there that, unfortunately, they don't agree with what's going on as far as the leadership
Yeah.
over there. So you never want to see innocent civilians, but I mean, the Middle East has been at war with each other
Oh,
for
gosh.
thousands of
Yeah,
years.
no, it's crazy.
Um,
yeah.
That's been a war ongoing before America was ever founded.
Yep.
But for some reason or another, I don't know I don't know the history behind it, but you have that they do not like, what do they call it, Westerners. They don't like us for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's when it started, maybe back around the Reagan. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was earlier than that. I mean, I don't know. I've seen pictures. I think 1979. I mean, Iran was like America over here. I mean, they were living, like us.
yeah,
I mean, you see them. They were going to beaches. They were living life like we were here. And then I guess when the regime took over, it changed everything for them. Destroyed the country.
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know when it officially started for them to take over, but
Well, I think it has something to do with this leader they have. I can't. I don't.
Ayatollah, whatever.
Whatever it is, but I think that has a lot to do with it. But no, we had some B-2 bombers went over there and dropped a couple
Took care of business.
badass bombs and
What was it, like a 36-hour flight back? Can you imagine that?
nonstop. Yeah, they didn't.
36 hours.
It was like 30 something. It was like
Yeah.
32, 36 something. But yeah, it was nonstop. They
That's just
refueled in
unreal to me,
flight.
man. That's just unreal.
But
It's a little autopilot. Just hey, put it on cruise control. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Gosh.
which the missiles they used too. I mean, they were pretty serious.
Mm-hmm.
They're not rocket propelled. They were just like free falling type missiles, I guess. But they're laser guided, like precision laser guided
Down
bombs.
the air shafts.
Yeah, I mean, but they were
crazy.
meant they were meant to like bust through like bedrock and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because at least one of those facilities was down like up in a mountain,
Mm-hmm.
way up under the ground.
But what I heard is they went in the air shafts. They precision like that, just went right in the air shaft down there, bunker buster, boom.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
and you just think all that it goes down that air shaft, but then all that explosion, it's got to go somewhere, so it's going to do some damage.
Oh yeah,
So
it done what it needed to. Thank goodness.
but they had I seen one where they came out saying what was it, the it's a Russian leader.
Putin?
No, they call him a Russian leader, but it's a deputy chairman of Security
okay.
Council. I can't, Dmitry something. Anyway, he went on. He was talking in the article how they were going to, that there were countries willing to donate Iran or lend Iran warheads.
Go ahead.
And went on talking about how what Trump did was broke international laws. And my first thought was the last person or last country I want to hear anything from about breaking international laws is Russia. I mean, are you serious?
Yeah. And then you turn around and you hear Ukraine wanting $40 billion a year. Come on now. They still want money.
Well,
we ain't giving them a dime.
No, we can't do that.
Nope. His day is done. I'm sorry about that. What you looking up over there?
Nothing. I was just looking. I
Oh.
seen where somebody, I seen where somebody here posted about a local restaurant that we eat at.
Oh yes, I seen that.
And they were,
Seen the comments. I wanted to comment myself, but
well, I did.
I'll
I
talk
mean,
to
I
him later.
I commented on
Oh,
there.
you did? Okay, I didn't see
And,
that.
and what it was
Must have
was,
been later on. 'Cause
yeah, it
It's
was.
about 12 when I seen
Yeah,
it.
there was over 150 comments on there the last time I seen it.
I heard that.
But my thing is, so backstory: somebody ate at a local restaurant and
Immediately.
like drove 3 miles down the road, and both her and the person attending got sick. They claimed
Mhm.
food poisoning or whatever. But but here's my problem with that. They made a post on a city page, and I don't care whatever. Like, you're not just doing it to let people know. You're trying to slander that business,
Yes. You're trying to stir up crap
and
for that business.
luckily for this business, that they've been around for a while. They have good support in our
Mhm.
community, and that was my first thought. That whole thing seemed a bit slanderous to me.
Yeah.
I've had times where I've ate at places and got sick afterwards. It wasn't within minutes of leaving the restaurant.
No.
And I'm not saying that people didn't get sick, but what I would look at is I'd look at, if they ate there for dinner, look at what you had for lunch that day or
Right.
even breakfast.
Breakfast. Yeah.
You just can't. I mean, I'm wondering if they weren't happy with service, weren't happy with the way their food was, and that. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying they did not get sick,
Yeah.
but I just think there's other ways to address something like that.
Not just blast it
then-
on Facebook.
Yeah, and my thing is that business has been here
A long time.
a long time. They have good support in our community.
It does good
Um,
for the community. I mean,
They do a
give
lot
back
for the community.
A lot.
A lot.
Them and the other business down the street.
Yeah, and I mean, they've helped with the theater at the high school.
Yeah.
They do the dinner shows. They provide all the food for the dinner shows, and we've ate there. I know you've ate there.
Oh,
numerous
yeah.
occasions. I've never had any problems with
I've
getting
never
sick.
had no problem.
But my thing is, if just say that was like a newer business just starting off, something like that could end
Oh yeah.
a business that's just starting off.
Not established like that.
Yeah. So
No, I agree.
I just think there's other ways to go about doing that. Unfortunately, these days people want to go to social media about everything. And something else I noticed, especially on those city group pages on Facebook, you got to look at, like, people will post things on there. All you got to do is go and look. If they have if their profile is labeled as like a digital creator,
Mhm.
all they're doing is trying to get like activity.
Or it's some foreign name. Yeah, you can look at that too. They start.
Well,
crap.
no, it'll be people here local, but they've made their page as like a digital creator,
Mhm.
so they're trying to get traffic on posts that they make, and they're trying to make it where they can get paid.
Yeah.
I've got to where if I see some stupid crap on there, that people will literally say the stupidest stuff. I mean, and a lot of weak-minded people, but I mean, it's not necessarily what it is. But they comment and they got to give their opinion on it, even though what the people said is the dumbest crap. I don't do it because I know what they're doing. They're just trying to get people to comment
Trap you
on
into
there.
something. Yeah.
And I want to say, hey, y'all, look, don't interact with these people. I guarantee they don't even believe what they wrote there. So there's no sense in even like interacting
Yeah.
with that. They're just trying to get traffic on their page and collect the money somehow. So,
Yeah.
but no, going back to the whole Iran deal. I did notice where a lot of people were saying that he had to have like Congress approval. They're wrong.
Yeah.
That's not the case. There is a stipulation as to, like, I want to say, if it continues on for so long,
Yeah.
they do have to go. There is a process that they have to go through and do.
That's why he's commander in chief, man.
Yeah, I mean,
He makes the decision.
some people say, is that what you voted for? Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, if I dang sure
doubt.
don't want, like I go back to what I said about a country that openly chants death to America, burns our flag, holds up pieces of paper with the American flag that says death to America, and is burning it and sharing it on their local news TV there in Iran.
Yeah.
No, I do not want a country with weapons capable of doing mass destruction. No, I don't.
No.
So, us and what's so bad is he did give them a chance to say, hey, we're not doing,
Oh, yeah, no,
he
he
gave him time.
Gave him opportunity to
And,
say, hey, we're going to straighten up, but no.
He just came back and said, well, we're not
Yep.
going to take these threats or whatever from
Let's
a
go
foreign
ahead and do
country
it.
or whatever. So
Now, I don't care who you are. You're not going to tell the person you're bombing, hey, we're going to bomb you at 6 o'clock this date. No. No, it's going to be, hey, let's go ahead and surprise them. You know what I mean?
no, and I think for the most part they were able. I think they were.
I think they got the message.
I
But
mean,
now they're talking about blocking the strait. That way the ships can't get, the oil and mess with the oil, the way ships can't get through and stuff. So
yeah, but
don't
I mean,
know.
do they have? I mean, do they have the authority to do that?
No, they're just going to do it,
Okay, well,
But I think we're going to take care of that too, so we ain't got to worry about that. So go ahead and try that, because I don't think it's going to last long. Of course, we got our own oil too. We can just open up and get it done here. So we need to be dependent on ourselves anyway, not other countries.
yeah.
That's the way I feel about it.
Kind of off that. We can come back to that.
Yeah,
in a
no,
minute.
I mean,
But
you don't need to beat a dead horse.
Well, no, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty more to talk about on that. But I recently I started following this guy on Facebook. He has a page called A Walking Testimony.
Okay.
And just I don't know exactly everything, but just kind of like briefly, he's a recovering addict, been in and out of prison, like been at the end of his rope numerous times. He decided that he was going to walk across America, and he started in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, wow.
He went all the way to the West Coast. I mean, I think he's been 8,000 something miles total
Good gracious.
up to this point.
Yeah.
He's walked. Trying to see here. There was he had a little bit of information talking about what all he had done.
Sound like God had a plan for him.
Well, I don't know, and again, I don't know why, but he just started showing up on my feed. Like, I didn't follow him at first,
Yeah.
so I started watching a little bit of it. But he does it to bring awareness for mental health awareness. People with drug addiction problems and whatnot. But he was been coming through the area which I grew up down in Florida, like
Okay. Destin,
Fort Walton. So he came into Fort Walton yesterday. Actually went to a couple. He stopped by a few places, but he went by Gary Smith Ford down there, which a buddy of mine I went to school with works there. And, they got pictures together or whatnot, kind of shared his story with the guys that work there, I guess. But anyway, last night, he had met a guy that was a recovering addict, and he performed in a band and was going to be, performing at a restaurant there in Fort Walton somewhere.
Okay.
Well, this guy, the guy that walks across America, he had got a hotel room, and he went on his page and said, "Hey, anybody in the area that wants to go out and go get something to eat, watch this so and so guy perform. I got gas money. Just give me a ride." So apparently, he got in the car. This woman said, "Hey, I'll come get you."
Oh man.
Got in the car with the woman, and he said he told the lady where it was. And the lady put it in her GPS. Well, I guess she put the wrong place of business in the GPS and took him to the wrong place. So they went in, and he's like, he realizes, oh, this is not the right place. So he told the lady, and the lady's like, okay, well, we'll go to the right place. So then they get to leave, and like he says that she's going like in the wrong direction. Well, in the meantime, right around the time he figures out they're going in the wrong direction, he's realized he left his backpack at the last restaurant. So then he got a bit upset, and he's kind of freaking out, mad at himself that he did this. Well, this lady, to me, shouldn't have put herself in that situation, because the man got upset about his backpack. Well, I think she kind of freaked out and kind of got scared, I guess, because he was upset at himself. Like she thought maybe he was upset at her. I don't know. She took him back to the restaurant to get his bag, and then when he come out, she was leaving him.
Thank goodness. See.
Well, that's what I said. Hey, you don't.
See ya.
Don't. I mean, in today's society, look, man, just call an Uber if you want to go somewhere. Just you don't want to put yourself in a position, because that lady went on out there and made a big old post on. I mean, this guy has a record.
Really?
I mean, he has a record of doing bad stuff. I mean, he's talked about it openly.
She made the post,
but she went and got screenshots of like charges that he had, and stuff like that. Made this big old post on a city page down there in Fort Walton, and caused like a lot of hate to go towards it, because it's everybody got this woman's side of the story on it.
Yeah, got the one side,
and
not the other
the one
side.
side. So then the guy felt obligated that he had to kind of go out, and he said, "Look, I've talked about my past openly. I'm not proud of it. But it's like that saying that goes, if there's only one person out there that's free of sin."
Oh yeah,
you're
right.
So nobody has the right to cast judgment on anybody.
Nope.
And he's like, "But look, this is me. I've been open about my past." I said, "Here's my side of the story."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I think what the guy's doing is good. Like if he's able to, he's been able to monetize his social media, so he's getting some money from there. He doesn't get on there begging for money. He does have a trying to think. He does have
like
some kind of fundraiser thing he does that goes toward. No, it's not a GoFundMe. It goes towards some kind of goal that he's trying to. But the money that he raises will go towards like something. Okay. It's not for, but I mean, he does get the monetization of his from his Facebook. I seen the.
You see Wayne on there? T-Dubs?
No.
They on tonight?
I'm kind of thinking that's Jeff.
Jeff?
From Front Porch.
Oh, yeah, my man.
Yeah, we was on here defending you,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah, brother.
Yeah, we seen we seen the drama from earlier today, but
get them.
We ain't gonna let it get by us.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
People gonna hate.
That's it.
But no, I mean that's good. That's great, and I hope it don't affect him much on that deal. And
but we've talked about that before. Like, sometimes you get more interaction from your haters than you do your people that like your stuff. So bring on the haters.
Yeah.
Is all I can
Yeah,
say.
bring 'em
and
on,
and that's
man.
what I would that's what I would tell that guy if I was to talk to him in person.
Yeah.
Dude, don't let them people
Discourage you.
Just keep doing what you do. I mean, to me,
Keep the path forward, man.
like I couldn't imagine walking that.
Yeah.
You know, I obviously I don't.
That's
like,
just something else, man. He took a foot out the door and said, "Hey, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing.
I think the first
Lord
he
be with me."
Yeah. The first trip started in Jacksonville, Florida. He started with his feet in the water, and he went. I can't remember if he first went somewhere in California. Maybe it was California, like Huntington Beach. Put his feet in the water there, but like I mean, crazy journey. Like I watched
I've
something.
been to Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but just he walked it all like
That's
on
something
feet.
else.
He's got like a dog. He's got like a dog carrier cart. It's like a 3-wheel cart.
Okay.
Carries his stuff in. He's totally prepared to camp wherever. He did have something on there where he wasn't asking for nothing free, but he
Yeah.
was giving people because does have so many followers.
That's me.
Yeah, he said yeah.
Good to have you on, Jeff.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. But he was saying, you know, he wasn't asking for no free stuff, but he was saying, you know, if there's because he walked to Destin today, so he's in
Yeah.
Destin today. He'll be there for about a week. He's
Well, he
doing
better get out of Destin. But I'm just kidding.
well. I mean,
There's too much heat on you in Destin, bro. You're going to have to get on out.
I don't know.
Hey.
At the rate he's going, though, you know, we'll be in Panama City the week after the 4th.
Hey,
He may be made it to Panama City by then.
get us an interview.
I'll sure do
That's
it
what I'm talking about.
if I
man.
can.
Get us an interview on it. And
But
tell him we appreciate everything he's doing and, you know, praise the Lord, you know.
But no, yeah, I mean, what he's doing is, I mean,
He's doing it for a cause.
Yep, sure.
And you know, I'm proud that he's sober and
yeah.
got his life straight. And maybe after this, like you said, he can take the money and start a new life and give him a place and, you know,
I mean, he's
enjoy life.
He's free.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's
Free
able
bird.
to. I mean, he said it. He likes to walk,
Mm-hmm.
and he's done a lot of it. I mean, you just think of the
He's
miles.
walked more than I have.
Sh-
I'm talking about, man. That's crazy.
he's walked more than I will probably walk in my lifetime. So, but no, yeah, I seen something. I thought that was I seen that the other day, and I've been kind
That's
of
cool. People like that, you know.
so. I want to
have
talk
that
about
type of
that,
stuff
but
going on.
you know, just I don't know. It's pretty amazing, really, what he's
Yeah.
doing. So, you know, if anybody out there wants to go check him out, he's on Facebook, A Walking Testimony. You know, go give him a follow and
Yeah, tell him
and-
you heard it here.
yeah, see his story. Tell him twice the mic sent you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you y'all didn't go to Clanton a while back to that Peach Jam, did you? Y'all didn't make it up there?
Mm-mm.
I seen up there they had a hot air balloon. They were giving rides in the hot air balloon.
No.
What do you think about that?
No, I ain't get on the hot air balloon.
I've been on a hot air balloon.
Mm.
And that's gonna be the last time I get on a hot air balloon because we come crashing down a little bit.
Well,
And when we did, it just tumped right on over. I was younger. I was a young, probably about 9 or 10. But anyway, it tumped us right on out, man.
you know,
That
I'm
was
not.
crazy.
I've never been on one. I'll say
Yeah.
that. But I watched a video where one caught on fire, and it was probably 40 to 50 foot in the air. Like
Yeah.
they had just started taking off. They weren't like real far
Yeah,
up.
no, I'm still jumping. You know what I mean?
But they caught on fire, and the guy was falling. He fell out, and he was on fire.
Yeah.
So, like he fell 40, 50 foot to the ground. Probably killed. That could have probably killed him.
Oh yeah.
But he was on fire at the same
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah, he had two things working against him:
It's the
heat
sun.
and height.
He said it's not the going up that gets you; it's the sudden stop when you.
Amen, brother.
That's it.
Amen. I'm telling you right now, something else.
You know, we talked about a while back about traveling abroad and my deal with flying.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple people that I know personally that have made these long flights overseas,
No, not me.
numerous hours of flying. And one of those people has told me in the past, one of the two people has told me in the past that that he that flying was safer than driving on the road.
Oh yeah, that's what they say.
But it's come to my attention lately, here not too long ago, that this gentleman has decided he's no longer flying, and it's because of the people that work on the planes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he knows. He knows.
Look, I said, well, look, that was the only man that was going to get me on a plane. And now that he's saying that he's not going to get on one, I'm most definitely not getting on one. Now.
Something's there, ain't it? Something's up.
Look, there ain't no place out there a boat can't get me.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It may take days and days, but I'll get on that boat and I'll ride across wherever we gotta go.
Yeah, no, I mean I would love to go to Israel and see all where Jesus walked and stuff like that over in that area, Jerusalem, and
yeah.
But I mean, I don't like flying. I mean, I fly a lot. Well, about 2 times a year, pretty much, and I don't like it either. I don't like going.
Well, I mean, I think the only way you could get me is I'd have to be like heavily sedated.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to carry me on the plane or roll me on there in a wheelchair
It's
and
something else, man.
strap me in because
it's a hassle. It is a hassle. Airports, all that. It's a hassle.
Yeah.
And it takes you about all day. If you're gonna fly, like from here to Reno, Nevada. You're there a while in them airports, layovers, stuff like that. Not unless you get a direct flight. Now, if you get a direct one, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.5 hours, boom, you're there. But
well, that's what somebody was telling us the other day. It's not the flying that bothers them; it's the airports that are aggravating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. It's
something else.
Maybe one day my fear of flying will go away.
Oh, maybe so.
Because I mean, it is I mean, the best mode of transportation, especially if you're wanting to go overseas to another country.
Yeah.
But I mean, with everything that's going on right now, I wouldn't advise on traveling abroad.
Oh no. They actually put out a warning for American citizens here, for them sleeper cells and stuff. Hey, you got to keep your eyes open, see something, say something, because any time something can break off. So
well,
you gotta be ready.
I seen something earlier where
guy crashed in that church.
He went in there with a gun.
Yeah, security got him though.
Yep.
It's good to have church security these days.
Well, and you don't know they're there. I mean, the only people that know whose security is the security.
People, yeah.
And the people that work there. But
I worked church security for a little bit where we went, and it's something else, man. You gotta be ready.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, we never had that issue, man. Growing up, you just went in church and sat there, and never did think about all that.
Yeah.
Schools. I don't reckon it was about 90, 91, somewhere around there. We really started having security in schools where I went, down there in Dothan. They started putting in cameras and everything. So I guess about that time's when it everybody was fighting and stuff like that. And it was rough.
Yeah. We was talking about my tomato plants earlier.
Oh yeah, talking about your garden. Won't you tell them what you were growing again, so they can hear you? Because we were talking about that
Yeah, so I started me some tomato plants.
in pots.
Yeah, in the pot. Like I started with the seed. Like I went and bought seeds, which I think I probably should have just went and spent $6-7 on a tomato plant. I'd have been way ahead of the ball game because those things were 6, 7, 8 inches tall when you buy them. I started mine from seeds, put them in a sandwich bag with paper towels, damp paper towel, germinated the seeds. When they sprouted, I put them in the dirt. Now they've grown. I think I got a couple of them that are maybe 3 to 4 inches tall, but that's not very big. And here it is about to be July. So I don't know, but I've been craving a tomato sandwich, and I actually had to go. Went over to a buddy of mine's house yesterday, and I seen he had a tomato plant out there, had some green tomatoes on it.
Oh, okay.
And I asked him, I said, had you picked any off your plant? Yeah, have you got any yet? And he said, no, this is the first of them. He said, but I got some in there on my counter. Go in there and get you some. I said, all right. I said, I'll take you up on an offer. So I went in there and I asked his wife first, said, hey,
yeah, you always talk to the boss first.
I said, yeah, let me get Mike's in here and let me get a couple of them tomatoes. She said, yeah, get you some. So I got me a couple. Well, then we was at ball practice today, and Miss Sharon, one of the grandmas on the team, she's at every practice. She had a bucket or a basket thing full of tomatoes that they picked off their plants.
They did look good too now.
Yeah, they had some, what do they call them, big boys or beef steak potatoes?
Beef steak. I've heard that beef steak.
Man, them things were humongous.
Yeah, they were pretty
big old. I mean, like one slice would cover a piece of bread. Then she had some smaller ones, so I got me a few of them too. But I love a tomato, like a bacon tomato sandwich. A lot of people like BLTs. I know you don't like.
I like
tomatoes.
the bacon lettuce sandwich.
You don't like tomatoes.
No, I don't like tomatoes.
Yeah. But I don't care for the lettuce. Just give me some bacon and some tomato, a little bit of mayonnaise, black pepper.
I know it. This Trey Gowdy guy just looks so weird to me, man. It looks like Mad Max. Remember Mad, or what was his name from the MTV back in the day? He had the sunglasses. He would like, Coca-Cola.
Hey, what is he? Didn't he used to be like a senator or something?
No, he was like.
I mean, both of them look like they could be Mad Max or something.
Yeah. Go ahead. Didn't mean to bother you. I just seen it up there like, no. But go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm going to have me a bacon tomato sandwich for dinner.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, what about a banana sandwich? You like banana sandwich?
No.
No?
Nah, I like a Checkers banana shake, but I don't like no banana sandwich.
I don't know about no shake.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, I like a
It's
banana
great.
shake.
I mean, I don't like the pieces in there. Like banana pudding, I'll take just the cookies and the cream. I don't like.
Well,
people. In there.
There's people that make banana pudding with just banana flavored pudding.
Yeah,
they don't put bananas in it.
And I support it.
Yeah,
I'd love that.
Somebody.
Bring it on.
My sister-in-law makes a banana pudding, and she uses those. She don't use vanilla wafers, but she uses the. Those Chessman cookies. They're like like a
like a ooey gooey square or something.
No, they're just. It's like a hard cookie. It's like they're like square.
Banana sandwich with peanut. Oh man, come on now,
Chris. I'm with you, but not the peanut butter. I just want the mayonnaise and bananas, and I'm good.
I don't even like eating peanut butter anymore. Ain't that weird? Like used to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I guess it's just the thickness or the texture now. I just don't like that. Yeah. Boiled peanuts, hey, let's bring them on. But Yeah.
But hey, you don't. Chris brought up that, and people don't talk about like somebody mentions banana and mayonnaise. They're like, "What? That's gross." I grew up on that, man. That's. I mean, I've tried peanut butter and mayo before together.
Yeah.
I've tried banana and peanut butter by itself. I've tried the banana, peanut butter, and mayo. I'm just banana and mayonnaise. I'm good to go. I love it.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
I love it. It's good. I tell you what, a good combination with it, and it's weird. It's just one of them things. But get you some Oreos and eat it with that banana mayonnaise sandwich, just on the side, like they're your chips. I could make me a banana and mayonnaise sandwich and a few Oreos, a Coca-Cola. Go to town. My dad ate it all the time. I don't know where he got that from.
Yeah.
But I started doing it, and it's just something that goes together for me.
Wow.
But yeah, it grosses a lot of people out. But
man,
yeah, I love a banana and mayo. I'm not.
Wow.
I know some people have said they like peanut butter and bananas. I don't really care for that. But that and a tomato sandwich. But really, I like my tomatoes cut thin. And I'll eat one on like a ham and cheese sandwich every now and then, but I don't know. It's usually when I'm making a ham and cheese sandwich, it's for lunch to go to work, and I'm just trying to hurry up and throw something together, so I'm not taking time trying to cut tomatoes and.
Oh yeah,
so,
I got you.
I don't.
Look,
Chris said he's craving a fried bologna sandwich.
Yeah, now, my wife, she loves fried bologna sandwich.
Look, man, we was up there.
She'll cook that up in a heartbeat in that cast iron skillet.
We went up there 2 weeks. We was up there 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks ago? When we was in Alabaster. They had fried bologna sandwiches on the menu.
Concession stand.
Yeah. And look, I seen Chris had got one. And
get some cheese on it.
When I was behind him in line. And when I seen him, I said, well, I'm going to ask him about that thing before I order one. Well, he got his sandwich and went around to the condiments thing. And I said, well, I'll get him when he comes back around me. I'll stop and say, hey, let me see that banana or that bologna sandwich. Well, he went around the other way, so I didn't get to ask him.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I want a fried bologna sandwich. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get up there and get one. I got one, man. That thing it was just a thin piece of bologna.
It wasn't no regular bologna, huh?
It wasn't no thick slice bologna.
Golly. Bet it cost $8.
Yeah, he said,
gotta have mayo and mustard.
I seen that little thin piece of bologna. I said, screw it. I ain't even, just let me eat this thing. Get it over. I could make me so mad.
Had to take your son to the ballpark.
Man, look, there was it didn't feel like there was even like, the texture was like there was no bologna in there. It was just like two big old pieces of toasted bread that I was eating.
I always thought about getting one of them little bitty Blackstone grills that run on that propane tank so I can take to the ballpark and just cook there. I talked to him up there, that Veterans Park, the director.
Yeah.
He said he didn't care if you cooked inside the park, inside by the ball fields, as long as it wasn't on turf.
Yeah.
So if you cooked on the concrete, that'd be all right. I was like, dang, all right.
That Blackstone makes an electric Blackstone type grill. It's kind of like a oversized George Foreman, but it don't have the lid on it.
Oh, wow, okay.
And it has like a cover you can put on there.
Yeah.
But I've talked about wanting one of those in the past. It's like 17 inches. It's not real big, but I mean, those cooktops like that are perfect, like, especially for like breakfast. I mean, you can cook eggs, bacon, sausage, pancakes. I mean, you can put biscuits on there and cover them and cook them that way too. I mean, they're real good to have. You can cook just about anything on them. So, hey, while Chris is on here, we did our drawing today for our raffle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they drew 3 tickets. First one won a prize. Second one won a prize.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Chris.
Yeah, y'all get together on that.
Yeah. We'll fry some dang. We'll show them what a fried bologna sandwich is. Ain't no doubt.
But go ahead.
But no, so first, the first ticket won a prize, second ticket won a prize, and then the third ticket drawn won the grand prize. Well, Chris, both the first and the second ticket drawn, he sold them.
Really?
It wasn't him personally
Okay.
that won them, but he.
So the first one was you.
No,
No, the third one was you.
third one, yeah.
Okay.
So the third one that was drawn was a ticket we sold.
Gotcha.
Jessica's aunt.
Yeah.
bought
Okay.
'em. But yeah, no. So his both he sold the first two tickets drawn. He's the one that sold them. So.
Okay. Well, congratulations to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
What
I
that
bought
was
tickets
awesome.
too, so I was hoping I'd win. But
Do you know how much money y'all made off that, or how many tickets you sold?
No,
or-
I don't, because of
Okay.
with the grand prize. I mean, there were taxes and stuff, so
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
you made enough to cover all that, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I think we did good on the
Good.
and so
Well, good deal.
I think we're wrapping that up too. Like we're trying to, we got a banner made for sponsors.
Yeah.
because this was all to support
World Series.
the World Series and
Gotcha.
help with expenses down there and stuff like that. So,
All right then.
but yeah.
Well, all right, guys. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for tonight, don't you, Matt?
Yeah.
All right. Well, just remember, if you had any comments or want to see someone or have us talk about something on the show, you can go to twice the mic at yahoo.com,
Mm-hmm.
or you can hit us up on Facebook, TikTok, whatever you want to do. We're here, and hope y'all enjoyed the show, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yep.
See
Have a
y'all.
good night.